Yo, it's the KIDHYPHEN, the Kid Hype.
Hey MJ fan, this is Fun Christ.
Hey, this is MJ Love.
And you are listening to the Moonwalker Chat Podcast.
The only place to be if you're a real Michael Jackson fan.
And you tuned in with the Moonwalkers Chat Podcast.
And this is a place to be if you're a real Michael Jackson fan.
Hello, folks. What's going on, everybody? We are back. We had to take a week hiatus while I worked on my video. It's finally been re-released. But yes, it is Saturday, September 12th, 2020. The day after 9/11, but we will chat about that later. But I hope all is well with everybody. This is MCP, the Moonwalker Chat Podcast. What's up, Dove? What's going on, homie?
How you doing? How's everybody doing?
I am doing swell. I'm actually happy that this video has finally come out. I mean, let's see who's here, though. Suzo, what's up? Maya, we got Gabby. Dale, I see you here. Henry Louise, Ola. Karma, what's up, what's up? Uh-oh. Penny. You know I'm gonna do it. What's going on, April? S. Marie. What is it not showing us on YouTube or? Yeah, we're on YouTube. We should be on YouTube. Let me just make sure because I know how it is sometimes. Yeah, it's not showing us live on YouTube. I'm not sure why, but. Oh no! Wait, there it goes. We are live. We are live. I had to go look for a second. But yes, Henry Louise, we're on YouTube. So you can come join us over here. I see it's 16 of you here. It's been a whole week since we disappeared from the scene, but we are back. Yes. It's Aaliyah Day in representation for the release of my new video. Let me show y'all the queen. Also known as the Princess
shirt
of R&B. Thank you. Yes. I have shirts for all my favorite artists.
You do?
Like I have Tupac. I have Notorious B.I.G. I have a James Brown t-shirt too.
Oh, wow.
If you look on Amazon, like you'll find all of them t-shirts on there, and I ordered them t-shirts from Amazon. I love these shirts. I just don't share them online a lot. Cause I was like, would anybody be interested in my shirts of my favorite artists? Yes, I'm live on YT. Yes. Oh, you're here. You made it to YouTube. Well, welcome, everybody. Again, this is episode 21. We're at our 21st episode. I can't believe how far we've come since the very beginning of the podcast. So yes, we've come a long way, and I'm happy to be here. And I wouldn't have it any other way and spend it with anybody else right now but my homie. So yes. Yes. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. Yes, that's baby girl. Yes. But you guys, you got to see the video, and that video really took a lot to put out, like, no lie. I posted about this video. I think Dove. It was probably what, maybe 3 months ago. I started posting about it, and I wasn't sure how to make it because her story is even bigger than what I could fit in that video. So it's so many things that I did leave out that I know people would notice. Like, oh wait, you left this out, or you left that out, or you. And trust me, I know because her story is that huge. A lot of the artists that I love a lot, their stories are bigger than what I can fit into a video. And I know, being that I'm still trying to build up the channel, it's hard to push a video that's more than 20 minutes long. So I try to make them as compact as possible with as much information as possible, if you get what I'm saying. Because I'm still building, but I mean, her journey was an amazing one. I mean, she started at a young age. She was singing very, very young. She was also acting very young, doing stage plays at school and doing different things. She also ended up attending the arts high school in her hometown, Detroit. And she really just built herself up so fast and so quickly. And she had to play catch up with herself because, like, she started in the music industry, I believe, at 13 when she first started officially going into the studio. I know she's visited studios, but I mean recording in studios, 12, 13 years of age. And she literally was putting her all into this. This was literally even though she loved doing this, this was still a job. So at that time, her being so young, she literally had a job of being an entertainer, and literally, like MJ, I hate to say this, she didn't have much of a childhood either. I mean, she wanted to do more of, how can I put it? She wanted to do more of becoming an entertainer than she wanted to focus on being a kid. She said it from young that she wanted to be an entertainer. She said she loved to dance, she loved to sing, she loves to act. She was saying that since young, so that was her destiny, and she was gonna make sure she made that happen. And by age 14, her first album came out, and the game was set, changed, and matched. She literally changed the game for a lot of artists because there's so many artists after her that came after her, like Britney Spears, Beyonce, Christina Aguilera. All of those artists looked up to her because she started so young, even though they started young, but they weren't Aaliyah. So they all looked up to her style. Even Christina Aguilera had to compliment Aaliyah's style and the way Aaliyah did her music videos, the way everybody else needs big explosions and big graphics in their videos. She just simply covered herself in dirt and rolled around with a damn snake. Like, something simple. Something simple. She didn't even go all out. She was always simple with her videos, and her videos always had great and deep meaning. But I mean, as far as Aaliyah, Dove, like, what are your feelings regarding the legacy of Aaliyah?
She could have been, well, she was a huge star when she died, but she could have even went even bigger, you know, if she would have stayed alive, or if she wouldn't have been in that accident. And she accomplished most of her dreams while she was very, very young. And most of us, I'm speaking about myself, I mean, I'm 40, and I'm not even halfway, you know, through all of the things that I need to do on my bucket list, you know? So I'm like, that's a real, I don't even know how to call that. That's a real achievement, you know, and something to be real proud of. And she was also going to school, right? While she was also performing and recording and everything. So, and her sex symbol status skyrocketed once she hit, like, what, 16, 17 maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not easy to handle.
It's not. Like, she started showing a lot of maturity once she released the One in a Million album. I think that was 1996 or 7 that it came out. And I was very young when that album came out. And I thought it was one of the dopest albums I heard. I mean, of course, we had MJ. But for me, there was also Aaliyah. Like there was not nothing you
Yeah.
could tell me about her when her songs or her music came on. I literally ran her music in the ground, driving everybody crazy. Next to MJ, this was the next artist that I drove everybody crazy with. So doing this project did mean a lot. It definitely meant a lot. Looking into things that I thought I knew, but I really didn't know. Because I mean, it. She was my favorite artist growing up, next to MJ, and you know the bare minimums or the basics, but you really don't know until you actually check in and research. And once you actually look in and see things, you're like, damn, she really been through a lot in such a short
Right.
period of time of getting into the music
Yeah.
industry at what 14, and by age 22 up to her passing, she accomplished, like you said, everything that she said since she was a child. She
Yeah.
accomplished. She became a singer. She became a well-known dancer. Her dancing was crazy. Her dance style was crazy. Like then there
And she
was
didn't
no
even
dancers
try.
like her. She
No,
yeah,
and
she didn't even
try.
try. She was just natural at it. She was just
Yeah.
natural at it. She accomplished singing, dancing, and acting in 22 years. By age 22, made all her dreams come true, and I commend her for it because, like you said, I'm in my mid 30s. I still ain't get through my bucket list either. I still haven't accomplished everything that I wanted, but it seems like she got to every direction that she wanted to go to, and she could have actually have gone farther if she
Yeah.
was still here with us. Thank you
And
for that,
I
Maya.
don't I don't mean to sound hateful toward other performers or anything, but if Aaliyah was alive, no other female of her age would have gone or would have gotten as far as they did today. You know, all the other
Right.
artists that came after her, she would be right there on top. You know, with of course, Whitney and Janet and all the other strong female singers who were much older than she was, but she would be right up there. But everyone else, like you mentioned, Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears and all the other ones, and Beyonce and yada yada, they wouldn't even make it that far. I'm sure of it.
Because before any of them, Aaliyah was the go-to girl for the music. Seriously, she did every type of genre between hip hop, R&B, and pop. So she had
Yeah.
all three genres under her belt.
Yep.
So everybody was going to her for her music before there was anybody else. It was once she took a break from singing to do acting, that's when some of the other artists started rolling in. I noticed, like when she slowed down just a little bit to film "Romeo Must Die." That's when other artists started making their way in, and of course, they're still here to this day. But I mean, before them, there was she, and there'll never be another like her at all. You didn't know
No.
her? Well, I mean, there's a lot to learn about her. I mean, she is such a talented artist, Gabby. Like, you have to really just watch her mannerisms in her interviews and her movements in her videos and just the way she carried herself. Like, you see the way MJ carried himself so politely, so perfect in public. That was her. Very soft spoken, and everybody had a huge amount of respect for her. Everybody that knew her and followed her music had a huge amount of respect for her. Like my cousin and I don't know if she's tuning into this podcast, she'll tell you, anytime that when I had my hair, and she used to braid my hair, we would literally put on the Aaliyah DVD and watch, because it had all her music videos on it. And we would watch all her music videos from first one to last one while she was braiding my hair. And if she wasn't finished braiding my hair by the time the DVD went off, we started the DVD back over and watched it again. That's how much we loved Aaliyah, like no lie. And the first song, not the first song, but the first video that was on the DVD was Rock the Boat. Hold on, be right back. I need to do something real quick. All right, I'm back. Sorry for that.
Yeah, but I mean, Aaliyah was just the total package, and not many artists are that way. They always
At
lack
all.
something, or they need fireworks and I don't know, backup dancers and crazy things going on. And Aaliyah was just the total package. She had everything. She had the voice, she had the looks. She even had her own inspiration, like I don't want it this way, I want it that way, producing her stuff, writing her stuff. I
Right.
mean, she had it all, and it's very, very unfortunate that she had to go like that.
I know. Honestly, that was a devastating story. I mean, not just because of who she was, but I mean, me being so young, because at the time when she passed, I was 16 years old in high school. And she passed away literally just a couple of weeks before 9/11. And dealing with her loss, because I was such a huge supporter of hers growing up, it hurt a lot. It hurt a lot. And then to be one of the people that was there in the city to see her funeral, because I just felt like I needed to be there. I was like, it's in New York. How am I not going to be there? You know? So it was here in my
Yeah.
city. And it was only literally 30 minutes from where I live. So why wouldn't I have been there? Why wouldn't I have tried to been there? So I made sure that I was there. And it was horrible. I mean, I didn't think it would upset me or I would cry or anything. But what made me cry and made me upset the most is when I saw her mom. When I saw her mom come out of the church. Like, all the fans that were standing around crying and things, it really didn't bother me. But once I saw the look on her mother's face and the expression on her mother's face, it's a look that I would
That just
never ever
breaks you.
forget. It's a look
Right.
that I would never forget.
What are people saying? I can't see the chat. I don't know why.
I'm sorry, I needed a second.
It's okay.
Because that honestly brings up like a crazy memory from my teenage years was when she passed. I mean, I've had relatives that passed and it hurt and it felt just like like the same way it felt like when we had MJ leave. It's like
Yeah.
you're losing that family member that you care about and it hurts.
Of course it
And
hurts.
then to watch, yeah, and then to watch her mom going through that. I wasn't focused on nobody else. I was like, I'm wondering how her mom is doing because I know her and her mom was so close. That's the one thing I definitely knew back then was that her and her mother was so tight. And I'm like, I'm wondering how Miss Diane is doing. How is she doing? How is she? And to see her, the look on her face when she came out of that church, it just broke my heart.
Yeah, I mean, us as parents, we know how it must feel like to lose a child. You know, just the thought of it kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's not a scary thought. It's just something that you want to not think about because how do you even feel? How do you even pick up after that? How do you even? I don't think you ever get over that.
I don't think anybody would. And I mean, the last that I've heard was, and I don't know how true this is, but this is coming from the news media. Let me turn that down. Coming from the news media saying that Aaliyah's mom, Diane, was dealing with cancer.
Oh wow.
So I don't know how true that is, but that's a hard. I can't even imagine what she's going through right now. And I'm hoping, being that Rashad is all she has left, because Aaliyah's father also passed away too. So I'm hoping that Rashad, Aaliyah's brother, is there for his mother as much as possible if she's going through this. Because I don't know. I've only heard about it through the media, but we know that the media makes up stories. And I haven't seen any confirmation from anywhere. But I do pray and hope that everything is going okay with her. But as far as her music, I'm disappointed. I will say this, that the person that's in charge of her catalog right now, which is her cousin Jomo Hankerson, he pretty much is running the show because his father, Barry Hankerson, who was the owner of Blackground Records, is not able to run the business the way he used to. Not only that, the revenue for Blackground Records went totally down after Aaliyah had passed because Aaliyah was the biggest artist on that label. And Blackground Records wasn't a solo label by itself because they had to be signed under another label. Like when Aaliyah was last here, she was signed to Blackground Records but under Virgin Records. And Virgin Records dropped Blackground as soon as she passed because they didn't have any other artists that were really selling. I mean, they had Genuine, they had jo- Jojo Levesque, I think her name is Jojo Levesque, and a couple of other artists, but they didn't sell like she did. So
Right.
they were pretty much dropped from Virgin Records, and they were picked up by Universal. But Universal isn't helping to do anything with her legacy either. And I'm noticing the only people that are doing something with her legacy right now is her brother on social media and her fans. The record label, her cousin, her uncle, none of them are doing absolutely nothing with her legacy, her music, or anything. And it's disappointing because her music meant a lot to the 90s generation going into the early 2000s. And the fact that they are willing to let her legacy die and just never let any of the future generations hear and know and learn who this woman was, I think it's messed up.
It really is.
That's just
I mean,
that's just my
that's
feelings.
yeah, and you're right to feel that way. I mean, somebody that's of the large, large as Aaliyah was, should be, immortal. Exactly, same as Whitney's legacy or MJ's legacy or whatever. She deserves to be heard 20, 30, 40 years from now.
She does.
I mean, she was just a good artist, and she was I don't know her personally or whatever, but she seemed like a good girl, a nice girl, and she knew what she was doing, and she would have done so much. I know that she would have done so much for this world, because that was kind of like her nature, and she would be inspiration for so many other young people that aspire to be artists or singers or whatever. So it's a shame that they're not doing anything to keep that legacy going.
The one messed up thing that I honestly noticed, though, that Hollywood has really totally skipped out on acknowledging her legacy, period. Because there's artists that haven't been around as long as she has. There aren't artists that has done what she's done musically or movie-wise. And they've gotten stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She still doesn't have one. She still doesn't
She
have
deserves
one.
one.
She deserves one. And I mean, there's a
I
petition
signed,
going
by the way.
around. You saw, right?
Yeah, I signed.
Yeah. There was a petition going around through the Aaliyah community where they're trying to get her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame because she deserves it. She accomplished more than a lot of artists have in 22 years of her life.
Right.
So you did a great job, Daryl. Thank you.
You did. You can be very proud of that.
Can you put a video on dancing? I don't know what that means. Karma.
Of her dancing, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, gotcha. You have great content, Mr. P. She set the standard. Yes, she did. Definitely. She set the standard. She set that bar so high to the point that others had to scream on their records to outdo her. No shade to the screamers.
No, but Aaliyah's voice, though, I mean, no auto tune there, no weird things going on. I mean, her voice was on point always.
That definitely is. We are
Why
doing
can't I see people's?
absolutely good.
Oh,
You would have to open up the chat on your phone.
yeah, but I can't see them. Even though I open it, it's blank.
Did you hit the private one? Because there's a private one and then there's a regular one.
I know. No, but I didn't hit that one. But I can't see anything.
What's up, Mandy? She's very beautiful. Yes, she is. Yes, indeed. I love her music. I play, trust me, if I show you, you'd be like, you a thirst bucket for her. Oh, man. Like, I have my, where is it? The 3 most played artists in my phone. Which is crazy. You'll see that it's Aaliyah, Selena, and MJ. I mean, TLC is also in my phone too. I play TLC a lot as well, but those
And
are my
Janet.
main playlists. Of course, my Janet. But I mean, I wish I could play some of her music, but I already know how YouTube is, so I don't want to play them games and have them flag us. We already know.
You can have it
Your
for a
child.
couple of seconds. You have to pause it every certain seconds, and then you won't get flagged. I saw someone do it on Instagram the other night.
I may have to try that trick
That's so
one
funny.
time.
That's
I'm gonna
funny
have to try
though.
that. She was so young and had a whole life ahead of her. She did. I can't imagine though what her mom went through. Yes, it does. It's a hurt that never goes away. It never does.
I'll be right back.
How about the mosquitoes? Where's the Spanish Royals? That's for
No,
you.
God. No. The mosquito, we didn't hear anything about the mosquitoes anymore, but now we're dealing with other stuff with the kids going back to school, which we will get into later because I do have to rant. But it's crazy, and the king is still chilling in Dubai, so he's good.
He's still
I'll be
chilling.
right. He's
All
chilling
right,
in
see
Dubai.
when you come back.
Yeah.
See when you come back.
Okay.
Wait, people are paying for that? People are paying for... I had no clue. I thought that you had to earn that, so people are actually paying for that. And I wonder, what is the cost of getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? I'm just wondering. What's up? What's up? Certain artists have bad attitudes with stars, but yet she doesn't have one. Exactly. I agree. And it's honestly not right. She's done way more than a lot more of these artists that are out here now. And these artists are getting way more recognition than she has. And what she should be getting. Period. I mean, think about it. You come into the music industry at 14 years old. Well, she came in earlier than that, but you release your first album at 14 years old, and by 22, you've released your third album. 3 albums in, all platinum albums. Platinum selling movies. Like, I don't get it. But like I said, I was in high school when she passed away, and a few weeks later 9/11 had happened, and that was hard enough. I mean, 9/11, living here in New York and then being in the city the day that it happened was one of the scariest moments of my life. And I didn't even think I would live to tell about it, because weeks after Aaliyah had passed, there was something going on in Manhattan, of course, hosted by a radio station here named Hot 97. They was having a hip-hop summit where there was going to be different hip-hop artists that were going to be there to speak to the youth. But I'm like, how are they speaking to the youth? We're supposed to be in school during this time. Because I remember when it happened, there was literally 1, 2, 3, 4 of us that actually ditched school that day. It was 4 of us that ditched school that day and actually went into Manhattan on September 11th, 2001. And I'm not going to forget it. Literally, we were maybe 10 or 15 blocks from the Twin Towers when they went down. We weren't that close, but we heard about it from people running that direction towards the Brooklyn Bridge. It was crazy. It was crazy. And to know that I ditched school and was in the city the day that it happened, and to hear the stories on the internet that pissed me off saying that that's not real, that didn't happen. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I live here. That happened. And there's no way to change that. I can understand there's conspiracy theories going on about the government potentially being involved in it. But for people that are circulating this whole rhetoric about it never happened, or that wasn't real, that was a false flag, that was not a false flag. That really happened. I'm guessing they've never come here to visit Ground Zero to see that the towers aren't actually there. I mean, Jesus. Some of the rhetoric that's been behind is just ridiculous. But yeah, it's been 19 years since September 11th happened, and I'm hoping everyone that has had to deal with the aftermath of this has found some sort of peace. And the souls that were taken that day have found some sort of peace, because that was such a tragedy. I mean, thousands of people gone. And all over a bunch of stupidity between, I don't want to say his name because I don't want to get flagged, but between that person and that person. We already know the story of what happened in 9/11 and as to why it happened. But I don't want to bring those two names into it because I know how YouTube is. Wait, she's sitting in a wheelchair. There is something in her head. Wow. YouTube is tripping. They're always tripping. Aaliyah is
YouTube doesn't like us.
Wait, which way? Which way? She's this way. I'm like, wait, where is she? She's on this side of me. Mama Jackson is also sick.
Really?
From what I heard months ago. I recently heard that MJ met Aaliyah. I believe that because they attended a lot of the same award shows between 1994 and 1999, early 2000, before MJ really stopped dealing with the industry that heavy to go to those award shows.
Can you imagine a duet with those two? Or a duo with those two?
What? Yo,
that would be crazy.
Sick. That would be sick. I would love that. You know what? Maybe I need to start learning how to produce music and do like, what is that YouTube channel's name? The one that does all the MJ remixes. Maybe I need to learn how to remix music and maybe do some mashups between MJ and Aaliyah.
That would be crazy.
That would be dope, though. I would love that.
With two really good holograms, that would be so off the wall.
It would be crazy. And I mean, one of my Instagram friends had shared with me also that one of MJ's favorite songs of Aaliyah's was Try Again. I was like, I could imagine MJ really bumping out, "If first you don't succeed."
And he would be like,
"Dust yourself off and try again. You can dust it off and try again, try again." I could so picture it. He would, "At first you don't succeed." I could just, I could just see him. If I just fucking try again. I could just so see him, yo. I would so be bugging out just to hear him just do one of his one of them grunts to one of her songs. I'll be like, yo, MJ, kill it, kill it, kill it. Oh man.
It wouldn't surprise me if he even asked the producers or something to have a meeting with her or something, because she was a great artist.
I would love to have seen some photos of them together, maybe them sitting near each other in the same room. Even though they have been to these award shows, they've never ever taken photos together. Not one time. Which is crazy. I'm mad because those are like two of my my top two. Like, no lie. But what are y'all talking about, Killer Bees? She deserves another wax figure. I do think she deserves another one. They should make one out of the Aaliyah album cover. I would love to see them do one out of that cover. That would be dope. Wait, Killer Bees where? What's going on? Duff, you hear this? I didn't know nothing about no Killer Bees. What's going on with Killer Bees? Do I need to be careful? Do we all need to be careful?
I can't handle more. Please, a break.
No. 2020 has been horrible. Why do we want Killer Bees now? Like, we've been dealing with Corona and violence in the streets, you know, and just pure foolishness, you know. It's just crazy. Like, oh my goodness. Where are those Killer Bees, y'all? You got to share with us. We want to know where they are so we know to avoid them and close our windows. Somebody said, oh, you live in New York. There's nothing but concrete around you. The bees ain't going to get you out there.
So where are they?
That's what I'm wondering. Where are these bees? Where are these bees? And Dale says they sting bad.
Oh, God.
Swelling anybody? Swelling anyone? Anyways, I'm being stupid. Oh man, what was the next thing that I wanted to bring up? What was it? 3 years later, Kenneka Jenkins. Wow, I was hoping that we would have had our guest here with us, but let's continue. What does that say? See, now that I'm sitting in the chair, I have to lean forward to get to the comment section.
Gee, I can't read. I can't read the chat. I hate this.
It should be able to open up for you on the phone. I don't know what's going on.
No, I don't see anything.
Well, it's all my fault.
It's YouTube's fault.
Cheers to YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love YouTube.
Yeah, so do people know who Kenneka Jenkins is? First of all?
Well, to start off, I don't know if you guys have heard the story of Kenneka Jenkins. She was a young woman from the city of Chicago. And it was September 9th, 2018, was it? Or 2017. She was invited to a party at her friend Irene Roberts' hotel party. And she didn't make it out of the hotel alive. She ended up in a freezer. And no one still knows exactly what happened to her. And 3 years later, we're still wondering what happened to her. I mean, the story goes, she was invited to a party. And that night in particular, they were smoking, drinking, like most young folks do. That's nothing out of the ordinary. So that's out of the story. But they were smoking, drinking, whatever. Rumor has it is that she was potentially drugged, attacked, and put into that freezer. But eventually, days later, after her body is found in that freezer, they end up releasing footage of her walking down this hallway in the hotel leading to the freezer, and the footage looks all types of odd. I mean, it looks like she's not by herself, but footage can be altered and doctored if you know what you're doing. There's plenty of people that make all of these TikTok videos where there used to be someone in the background, but all of a sudden they're not there because I can erase them and still use the background. Like a lot of the people that watch TikTok know what I'm talking about, how a lot of them film. And just think of that on a professional grade. It literally looked like the video of this girl walking down the hallway was altered, and it looks like she didn't walk herself to that freezer. The case was all sorts of odd because when her body was found, there was all sorts of bruises on her stomach, on her hands, on her feet. Her ankle was swollen. But they didn't say that there was any trauma or physical abuse or anything that may have happened prior to that. They just said that she froze to death in this freezer. Which I think is bogus because this girl had bruises all over her. All over her. Like she was attacked. And I'm just still wondering how 3 years later wasn't this uncovered? And this is something I tried to talk about just a little bit in my unsolved the murder of Zach Stoner video, because his story is tied to hers. He was one of the researchers who started out here on YouTube, just like I did, researching the death hoax. He was researching her story to find out what happened to her. He got too close to something involving her death that may have pointed out that she was murdered, and he was killed for it. It is crazy. Said I remember that, and he's one of the lead researchers on it right now. I was hoping that he would have came here to chat with us about it. I mean, it would have been nice to have the expert on it because we just know about it from following what information has been put out. Yeah, or what he's put out. But as far as researching the case itself, I know this much because I don't research it. He's the researcher and there's other researchers on it. But what ended up happening is I wanted to know what happened to Zach Stoner because I'm like, wait, he's a YouTuber like the rest of us. And this man was researching her story and he lost his life. And that's crazy. Other people are trying to say that it was tied to gangs and this, that, and the third. I don't think so, because if you watch the unsolved video that I put out on his story points out that he was threatened over and over and over, telling him to leave the case alone. Don't keep researching it. Don't keep speaking about it. If you keep involving yourself, it's going to be problems. And he still, even though he said to those people that threatened him and called him that he wasn't going to research it any further, he still kept researching it, and it cost him his life.
Yep.
Because he lived in Chicago. It's not like a lot of us YouTubers who live state to state, country to country. He lived right there in the city of Chicago where it happened. So the fact that he was able to actually physically go to these places and look around, he got too close. He got too close. And I saw someone say, watch out. I mean, I've always considered watching myself, putting myself out there on YouTube because you never know what anybody is capable of. But the fact that this man actually was trying to do this girl some justice and this girl's family some justice by finding out what happened to her, and it's just like they didn't care. They didn't want him to expose what happened. They wanted him silenced, and they silenced the man. And even 3 years now, we're still wondering what happened to this girl. We already know that she did not just walk in a freezer by herself. But Dove, what thoughts do you have on that?
Kenneka Jenkins is a tragic story. I mean, she went out with her friends to have some fun at a hotel room somewhere. Then first they said it was one room. Then after things got changed and they said there were two rooms, a lot of people involved. You've seen the videos as well about other people's research, and there's just so much stuff going on that you don't really know what's what. But the only thing that matters is that this young little, well, not little, but young girl lost her life that night. And it got shoved under the rug like nothing happened. I mean, if you see the pictures in the freezer and everything, it's very upsetting because I know for sure that she fought for her life to get out of that freezer, because even her hand was frozen like this, in the form of the button to get out of it.
Right.
Yeah, and she was missing a shoe, and she was all bloated while she was slim, when she was alive. There's just too many things going on that don't make sense
At all. And her mother is still trying to fight to find out what happened to her daughter to this very day. I'm still wondering, all of these girls that were involved, and I don't want to talk about them at all because they love when people talk about them because they start doing their lives and talking all sorts of mess. But all of those girls that was potentially involved that night, do you realize that they're beating each other up in the street every day? They're literally violently attacking each other, accusing each other of knowing what exactly happened to her. Because one of them actually knows, but they're refusing to actually tell the police. Because if you grew up in the hood, the whole story goes is you're not supposed to be snitching. There's no snitching involved. So these girls, instead of going to the police, if they actually know what happened to Kenneka, they're keeping it amongst themselves and beating the hell out of each other every time they run into each other in the street. Because I've seen plenty of videos pop up on Facebook and pop up on YouTube with these girls kicking the living crap out of each other daily, blaming each other for what happened to her.
But there's still no closure. I mean, not for the family. I mean, she had to bury her daughter, not knowing what happened to her. I mean, that's devastating for a mother.
I can't even imagine what her mother actually went through. I mean, just to think about that. I mean, you're looking for your child, and then to find out that your child was found dead in a freezer of a hotel at a party that she said she was attending with people that you thought you could trust your child with because they've been to your house. Her friends. They've been to your house. They've hung out in your house. They've built that trust with you between parent and child, and between parent and friends of child. Because even for you to allow your children to go out with their friends, you still have to have some sort of trust for their friends to allow them to. And the fact that she allowed her daughter to go with these people because she thought she could trust them, I know she probably regrets it. Because there's no telling what those girls were involved with as to why this girl is not alive now. It's crazy. But let me put this. See if it actually pops up. Move out the way so y'all can see. This is who we're speaking about. That's Kenneka Jenkins. And she's the young girl that we're speaking about from Chicago, Illinois. She was found in the freezer at the Rosemont Hotel back in 2017, 3 years ago. And I'm still baffled as to what really happened because there's so many stories just like hers that happen over the years that just scared the living hell out of me. I mean, she's not the only girl that had something like this happen to them. I mean, there was another girl too, Aaliyah Lamb, and I know you guys have heard about this story because you guys follow everything there is regarding stories like this. Like Aaliyah Lamb, who was caught on video at a hotel. She was at the Cecil Hotel I believe it was. And she's never seen again after that. There's no footage of her getting off an elevator. There's no footage of her climbing into a water tower that she was found in. These things that happen at these hotels scare the living crap out of me. And this is why I said I would never consider ever going to a hotel party with nobody. Period. Because this is crazy.
It's scary, and it's even more to put the young people in awareness of, watch your drink, because if your drink gets spiked, you're really effed. You know, if someone puts something in your drink, forget about it.
And it's rumored that she was potentially drugged that night.
Drugged.
So there's no telling
Yeah.
what actually happened because nobody's talking to the police. They're only arguing amongst each other about what happened to her. And it's not solving anything. It's not helping the truth come out. This
But
girl
if
is
you
never going to
if
get
you look at
justice.
no, and if you look at the footage, which you already did, and I did as well, and many people have, if you see her wandering through the hallways of that hotel, that girl doesn't look right. The way she stumbles and the way she's banging herself into the walls and tripping over herself and gets dragged into into a bathroom, then comes out again. I mean, it's just too much going on, and it's really scary to even think that we've already been through that stage, but our children or our nephews or other relatives are
Right.
at that age right now, and it's scary to even leave your kids without you being able to keep an eye on them. And Kenneka had borrowed her mother's car because her mother didn't lend the car to anyone else. So Kenneka would know for sure she shouldn't drink that much that night. So probably she just had a few drinks because she knew she had to drive her mom's car back that night.
Right.
So my guess is her drink got spiked or whatever, and she ended up dead.
Because it's weird. One of her friends ended up with the keys to her
Exactly.
mother's car.
And why
then
were they
also had
going
her
back?
cell phone, and they said they had her cell phone because, oh, we were using her phone to listen to music. Okay.
Right.
It's your party. Why is someone else's phone being used for your party? Why are you not?
Exactly.
It's
And going
crazy.
back and forth between two hotels that were right in front of each other, crossing the street. Why were you going back and forth to do what?
And I've been following this story for years, but I mean, as far as anyone really getting to the meat and potatoes of exactly what happened, it's kind of hard to get to a conclusion
No.
because nobody's talking, everybody's staying quiet. I know, poor baby, exactly. She's so young. She was so young. She was about 20, 19, 20.
Yeah.
Very,
Very
young.
young.
But yeah, I just felt the need to actually mention that because I mean, a lot of you guys that follow our podcast, have heard us talk about a lot of stuff. But I mean, this right here means a great deal because if you have children, nephews, nieces, this is not something that you want for your children, your nephews, or your nieces. You want your children to come home safe and sound. You want them to be able to walk back in the door like you once had them before. I mean, it's crazy that her going out with her friends resulted in her death. And she didn't expect that. Her mother didn't expect that.
No.
This is one of the hardest things I could even imagine as a parent is to bury a child.
And
But I
not
know,
even
y'all
that,
like-
just this the state she was in, when her mom saw her. I mean, that's something heartbreaking, really. And I do wish and send them all the love and light possible for that family, because Kanika is still not resting in peace, because she didn't get justice, till this day.
And we'll never know what the heck happened. Right now, all we're
No.
doing is just speculating and hoping one day that we'll hear that her killers was found, because she did not just walk into that freezer by herself at all. I'm not convinced of it. There's nothing proving or showing evidence that she actually did. That video obviously was doctored. It's been proven that it was doctored. It looks crazy. If you guys actually want to see any of that footage, you could look it up on YouTube. If you're interested in learning about this, you can check
It's very
out.
disturbing. Disclaimer, it's very
It
disturbing
is.
to watch, though.
Yeah. But I mean, if you want to learn more about the topic, I've told you about Truth
You
or
have to see it.
Reality, his YouTube channel. You can check out
Yeah.
his YouTube channel and learn more about it there, because he's done extensive research on it, just like I done on the hoax. I mean, that's how deep and in depth he goes into this story. You see the way I do when it comes to the hoax. That's how deep he goes into this story. So if you guys want to learn more about it and find out what happened to Kaneko, or find out the beginning parts of this story, you can learn more about it on his YouTube channel. Yeah, they definitely need to find him. I agree. I agree. Said Penny, Penny, Penny. Really, red pills? Oh, man. But on to now the other documentary that I wanted to talk about, and that you had mentioned.
Oh,
I
God.
tried to watch uh, Killing Michael Jackson. Was it called that? I said Killing with
Yeah.
Michael Jackson. That sounds crazy. Killing with, not killing with, Killing Michael Jackson. That's what it was. I said Killing with. Oh my goodness. That sounds crazy. So forgive me for that slip of the tongue. That's not what I meant.
You're forgiven.
I hope so. Oh man. Now, this documentary, I didn't get to watch the whole thing. You had told me about it a couple of days ago, and I was like, "Wait, that came out already." But apparently, you had told me that they had it out maybe last year, and then they took it down. And I'm just wondering, why
Yeah.
did they take it down? Like, what was the gist of them removing it? Was it because it wasn't good?
Duh.
I mean,
mean,
I'm
it's
just
already
saying,
been-
you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a crappy documentary, and I'm sorry for whoever made it or whoever's behind it, but it's a crappy documentary. We've already been through that. We've seen all of that. I mean, it's just the same thing that you and I make a little film about all the research that we've done on Michael and put it somewhere for people to pay and watch it, so we get a little bit of money out of Michael Jackson's name. I mean, come on.
Oh man, makes you want to make something and put it on DVD, right?
No.
Let's sell some DVDs. No, I'm being silly.
No missing pieces here.
No missing pieces at all. Oh man.
No.
No, but I was watching some of it on YouTube, because somebody had the first like 10 minutes in one part, and then part 2 had like maybe 6 minutes. So I only got to see like 16 minutes total of it, and within 16 minutes I was just like, all I could just do was like, huh? What is this? Huh? What is this? What are they doing? It's like, oh my god, a person has toys in their room. Ooh. I'm like, what is up with this fad with them complaining about people who have toys in the room? Like, grown folks can own toys. Oh my god. Now,
He had kids.
No,
I
but
mean-
they said he had dolls and toys. I have dolls and toys. I'm grown. Like, what is the big deal? Like, I have dolls and toys. I have dolls and toys. Like, does that mean that I'm doing something illegal? Like, they kill me with that. Like, I have my whole little setup over on my armoire with all my stuffed animals and my toys and stuff. What was the big deal with him having toys in his room? What is the big deal?
Because the one doll that was found on his bed, looked a lot like Prince. Their side of the story. Go figure. I don't know.
Sounds kind of like they were just throwing a little slander in there just a little bit because, ooh, he had toys in his room. So, you know what that means. Because as soon as they said he had toys in his room, it made us instantly think about the allegations. And I'm like, what does freaking baby dolls and toys and crap have to do with anything?
It's kind of like a sequel to Leaving Neverland, just a little bit shorter. That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, I watched it because I thought it was a good thing, but I do have to send you the link to the thing that you can see it all the way through, so you can just watch it for the hell of it,
Yeah.
But it really stinks. I'm sorry. It really stinks.
I smell it from here.
Yeah.
I smell it from here.
It's a bunch of crap.
Wait, Daryl asked Dove if she gets harassed a lot for smoking. What does that have to do with anything?
No. And if they do, I don't care.
I smoke.
Yeah, you just don't do it on camera. I just don't
I've
give
done
a
it
F.
on camera, and I've gotten.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you smoke JMP, and I'm like, yeah, because I'm grown. I'm like an adult of a certain age. It's not like I'm getting younger. I'm not saying that smoking is the best thing, but yes, I do smoke. Occasionally, though. Sue me, everybody. Like, seriously. No, but what pissed me off within that 15 minutes that I've watched, they literally tried to make something out of nothing. Now, they were showing evidence, and you know how they are. They love to show screenshots and photos, and their evidence was there's a baby doll on the bed, there's what they thought was a computer on the bed, CDs, and 2 pairs of reading glasses. Now, I'm like, they're saying there's a computer on the bed, but then when you zoom in on the photo, it says Bose on it. Bose makes audio equipment, speakers, radios, earphones. They don't make computers. You Google that and tell me where you see Bose makes computers. You'll see computer speakers, but you won't see Bose's name on a computer. So they had that little screenshot on their screen talking about it was evidence. And I'm like, what kind of evidence is this? Talking about, oh, well, we was thinking about opening it and looking in it, but we didn't want to look in it because, we didn't want to step aside from what we were here for because we were here to help MJ. And I'm like, liar.
Right.
Liar. I'm like, lies. Because that wasn't no computer. That was a damn Bose radio. Those are some of the best sounding stereos in the world. They're expensive. I used to sell Bose equipment when I worked at Target in Greenworld, the electronics section. Bose equipment is very expensive. They do not sell computer equipment except computer speakers, excuse me. So they had that stereo on his bed listed as a computer when they was completely wrong. Why do you think there was 2 CDs sitting next to it so he can push it open and put the CDs inside to listen? Goddamn! I wish I had sound effects right now because some of these sound effects are needed for some of this idiocracy against MJ. Seriously. I was like 15 minutes in and I was able to pick apart just 15 minutes of a documentary. I was like, I could imagine what the rest of it is like.
Yeah, and that's why you see how the agenda still is going to, slander MJ still. Because once you get your stuff removed, it shouldn't be re-uploaded again or be allowed to be put up again, or however you say it. I mean, if it isn't good enough for people to see or for the public to see, it shouldn't be up there.
Exactly.
My thoughts, though. So that just shows you that if they got it up there again, I rest my case. I don't have anything more to say.
Apparently somebody wanted to see this, and I don't know who wanted to see it or who said, please, please, we must see this. Please put it back. We must see this. We have to see this. I don't know who actually begged to see it, but whoever begged to see it needs to be slapped. Right upside the forehead. Because all it took was 15 minutes of me watching that to determine that that was complete garbage. I don't even have to watch any further, but I'm going to watch the rest of it like you said, just so I have more to pick apart, because it seems like this will be interesting. I had fun picking apart that 15 minutes. I was like, oh, wow. I was like, this is too easy. I was like, damn. I was like, y'all are horrible.
And they all sound so professional, and they're so serious when they're doing the interview, and you're like,
Yeah, because of the evidence we found. Yeah, it was sitting there on the bed, and I thought I wanted to open it, but you know what? I didn't open it because I wanted to respect his privacy, and his privacy meant a lot to us because, you know, they said that this was Michael Jackson when we got here, and I'm like, shut up! Shut the...
Nobody...
That's how I felt. I was like, shut up!
Nobody knew that Michael Jackson lived there. I mean, I'm just saying, the biggest entertainer ever, nobody knew that it was his house. I mean... Exactly. It's ridiculous.
But then they tried to lie, though, and say that they knew when nobody knew that he lived there. I was like, how did y'all know he lived there? Because they talking about, oh, well, we knew because Conrad Murray was going in and out of there. Yeah, y'all knew after you watched the security footage. You didn't know beforehand, so shut up. I was like, oh my God. I was like, yo, these people are ridiculous. But I'm like, you know what? Whatever.
And, you know, after all the research that has been done since the hoax, that room wasn't even the room that Michael slept in, first of all, to begin with. So what are they claiming? Oh, there's a doll on the bed, on an empty bed where nobody slept? So what? Exactly. The pillow wasn't messed up. The bed wasn't messed up.
Nope.
Who tells us that they didn't, like, you know, shrivel the bed sheets or whatever to make it look like somebody slept there?
Exactly. How do we know that they didn't toss the dolls on the bed? Because them things were all around the room. Just to make it look weird.
Exactly.
And, what do they call it? Evidence tampering? Yeah. They were evidence tampering. It wouldn't surprise me. Because they hated that, man. Just the fact that y'all thought that y'all had just the thought that they thought they had a computer and they was talking about opening it, even though it wasn't a computer that they saw, showed where their mindset was.
But fans already debunked that. I told you before we went live, there was this girl or guy, I don't know, on Twitter who made a screenshot of what they showed in the documentary and the screenshot of the actual pictures that were sent over for whatever, you know, for evidence and the picture that they said that they show in the documentary shows the laptop or the CD player or whatever, and in the actual picture there's nothing there. So how does that make sense?
It doesn't make sense at all. Do this real fast. And I thought I saw what's going on now. Like I didn't put it up. MJ documentary discussion. Sorry, guys. But yeah, we're discussing the killing Michael Jackson documentary that came out 2019, got removed, got put back up recently, and it's been all the buzz all over the place. It's been just causing all sorts of ruckus and confusion. People been breaking it down, shutting it down, and throwing it out. It's hilarious, though, and I can see as to why they're doing it, because it's garbage.
Bye, Janesta. Have fun. Tell mom hi.
She's out of here. Later, Janesta.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. I mean, a lot of the garbage that they put out about MJ really pisses me off because it could be debunked even without doing research because it's just common MJ knowledge about how. That's terrible though. Like I know his household layout and all of that stuff, but it's common knowledge for some of us fans that know household layouts of their favorite celebrities. Like if you've per se watched certain documentaries. I don't want to say the one, but you know the one where you pretty much got to go all around the damn house. So you got to see and get a good glimpse of everything there. Not only that, the videos that circulate, people have did with drones and stuff that show the property info. So it's like, oh, that room's there. Oh, that room's there. Oh, okay. So you figure it out that way. But the fact that they're investigators, though, and they weren't able to decipher a laptop from a Bose radio, they need their is there a license for that? For being a detective? I don't know. Do you have to go to school for that?
I think so.
Because I think I'm a better detective and I didn't even go to school for that, at least. So I think somebody should have their badges revoked, please. But Dove, you said you have nothing to say about that horrible documentary? Nothing.
I have
nothing
a lot
further?
to say. I have a lot
She
to
said
say. I
nothing
just don't
further,
wanna.
Your Honor.
I rest my case. I mean,
She rests her case.
yeah. I mean, come on. We've been dealing with this stupidity for the longest time, and it's amazing to me how stuff gets deleted and then gets uploaded again. Like, how convenient. I wonder who paid a couple of dollar bills to someone to get it, public again, while all the good stuff is getting banned. I don't know.
Surprising, huh?
Yeah.
But I'm glad anyway that everybody is hip and wise to a lot of these documentaries that come out against MJ. And we do our part to expose the BS. Put it out there. Let other people who aren't keen to it, and even if they are, spread the word even further. BS, y'all, BS. Spread the word. Because that's what it is. Oh gosh,
and you would think,
info up and down.
And you would
Thank
think,
you, Janesta.
that the estate holds it down. No, they don't. They don't hold nothing down.
Well, what's going on with the estate, though? Because I remember you mentioning something about the estate earlier. So what's up with that?
This is going to be a rant a little bit. So excuse me for
Rant
that.
away.
Okay, so first of all, everybody that has been following MJ since he's been gone and everything that, people can email the estate and they get email back from this girl, Alicia, right? It seems she got replaced by someone else. And yesterday, they decided to upload a picture with a statement that MJ was a trendsetter, not only in music or as an artist or dance-wise or music-wise, but also in fashion. We know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So then they posted that statement about MJ, and right below, there was this picture of Mr. You Were There, E. Casanova.
You were there before you came.
So people went nuts. People were like, what the F are you doing? You're making a statement about MJ and then you use a picture of a Michael Jackson impersonator? What are you guys doing?
Why would they do that?
I don't know, but they took it down fast, like this. They posted the same thing, but then with another picture where he's with Madonna. The one with Madonna?
Yeah.
They could have chosen any other picture. MJ has a lot of solo pictures with his outfits going and his bling bling going and everything and his pearls hanging and I don't know. Why pick after you made the first blunder, then you go and post another picture with him and Madonna when it's all about MJ? I don't get it. What's the estate doing?
I was about to make that joke that I've been making the last couple of days, but you know what? I won't do that. Because that would get me banned for life.
No,
Banned,
no,
I
it
tell
won't.
you.
No,
What
it
was I about
won't.
to say?
Because, yeah, say it. I
They
dare
on
you.
drugs. The estate is on drugs. Somebody over there is on something. Because there's no way that y'all don't know who you're working for. You can't
Exactly.
tell one from the other. Because ECAS and MJ don't look nothing alike. Whatsoever. I don't care what era he's trying to portray. He don't look nothing like MJ. Period.
I gotta admit, that picture that they used, if you don't know
Yeah.
any better and you're a new MJ fan or whatever, and you don't see the details, really look into it, you kind of see, okay, it could pass. But right now, where we at right now at this point, that's just
Yeah.
shameful. The estate
It is
is
very
getting
shameful.
millions and millions and millions of dollars. And they
For
just
what?
oops, they made a oopsie and we're just supposed to let it slide? No.
Oopsie, they made a poopsie.
So people have been going, crazy on social media.
I don't blame
And
them.
me either. And all they could say was, oh, it's because Alicia got replaced by someone else and it was an honest mistake. How the F are you going to make an honest mistake? Don't you know how Michael Jackson looks like, for God's sakes?
Exactly.
And if you really think of it, it's us. It's us, the fans, who are keeping his legacy down. We're holding it down for the estate, so we should get paid. Hello.
Exactly.
Gracias.
It seems like both sets of fans in both MJ's community and Aaliyah's community are the ones keeping their legacies alive, because their estates are not doing
Ain't
good
doing
jobs
nothing.
at all. No disrespect to her cousin, because he's pretty much the one running the show, and no disrespect to MJ's estate, because they're the ones running his show. But as far as keeping their legacies afloat, both Aaliyah's cousin and both the MJ estate suck.
Yeah.
Because they
And
both
I'm
did countless amounts of music that could be released, and they haven't.
Exactly.
So they suck.
No. Yeah. And I'm also very disappointed because supposedly Mr. Mesereau is part of their legal team. And I was expecting more action from him, but I haven't heard anything. So I'm kind of wondering, is it true that he is a part of the legal team? Or is it just another kind of like make us believe that he is?
Probably another publicity stunt, because I haven't seen much action coming from the estate since they made this announcement of Tom Mesereau joining. So it makes you wonder, what exactly is the role that he's really playing in the estate? Like, what
Because
role is he really playing?
I don't even know, but I know that if Mesereau was really on his legal team, these things wouldn't even happen, because look at what he did for Michael in 2005. Even though he was innocent,
Exactly.
everything, but he represented that man with all the respect in the world, when no one else would give him a second chance. He just saw the real thing, and he was like, this is a human being, and I'm not gonna let you slander him like this. And he did his best, and I applaud Mesereau for that. So I'm kind of wondering, would this be allowed by a badass legal team? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
And
I really don't.
just another thing that I learned, you know how I reached out to Michael Bush, right? The guy that dressed Michael.
Yeah.
Okay, so I learned another thing about him. It seems that he was the one that put Michael Jackson's things on auction to make money off of it. He even forged his signature to make money off of him. So I'm done with him. He's banned on my end.
For life?
Yes.
No way. Once you ban somebody for life, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
So he's done.
He's done. Mamacita's done with you.
So you know what, Michael Bush, you are banned for life. Okay, that's it. Dove Angel banned you for life. Let me go check and see what you guys are saying.
Because Michael, trusted him with his stuff, and he was like, "Okay, put it away at a storage room." And what did he do? As soon as Michael had to leave the building, he put it on auction.
That's crazy.
And the funny part is, Daryl, he got the okay from the estate. So what's up?
Can we see the picture? Wait, do you have the picture where we could put it
what?
up so they can see? Of
what?
ECAS as MJ in the thing with the estate.
Yeah, I do, but I'll have to get out and come back then.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back.
You don't have to leave. No, don't leave me. Don't leave me. I don't know what I do without Dove. I don't know.
Yes, you do. You got this. They want to see the picture. Come on.
Guess the picture.
Okay. Okay. I'll
See
be
you when
back.
you're
I
back.
promise. I
All
promise.
I heard about that wrong pick. How disgusting. They just do not care. They don't. These people are wicked. They don't care. They don't really care about him or us. They don't care what we think. They just think that we're just capping as the fans, and that's it. They're like, you're just capping as the fans. Wait, that wasn't MJ's picture. You're right about that, Dove. They're playing a lot of games. She's getting the picture right now, so I can put it up on the screen so y'all can see. Because this is hilarious. Hold on. You are a great researcher. Thank you for that, Janesta. Oh gosh, thanks for the info, Daryl and Dove. But yeah, it's actually a disappointment though, because even though we know Tom Mesereau did help MJ through his trial, we're still wondering, did she make it back yet, or is she still frozen? Oh, she's still making her way back. Alright. No, but even though we know he helped MJ with his 2005 trial, we're just still wondering what exactly is being done now by Tom Mesereau, being that he joined the estate in the fight against Wade and James and HBO and all of that stuff. I mean, I haven't been totally following the trial, so I'm kind of blindsided by that until you guys inform me, like, oh, such and such is happening, or blah, 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 blah. I mean, the last I've heard was Dan Reed was planning on making a sequel. And I'm like, he does not need a sequel. This is not like a horror movie where it's Scream 1, 2, and 3, and 4. We don't need sequels to that garbage. Like, we got your point the first time around. We get it. You're able to cry on cue. You're able to lie in public. You're able to mislead people and lead them astray. We get it. Do we need to see you do it a second time? No, we don't need to see it. Why do we want to see it? Like, who wants to see a second part of that? I am good, K. Scott. I hope all is well with you. Yep, she said Michael Bush. Yep, that is definitely it. That's what I'm trying to figure out. They all stabbed MJ. Damn right. I'm sitting here yawning. I need some of my juice, sorry. But the one thing I don't get is, and I'm going to revert back to talking until Dove gets back with the photo. Wait, is she back? Because it keeps popping up saying she's back, but she's not. Hey, Daryl. Hey, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Did I miss a lot? You know, we've been talking a while, but you can always watch the replay. But stemming back to Aaliyah's legacy, now I want to go back to there, of course, the queen, or should I say the princess of R&B, Aaliyah. Now, like I said, I've been listening to her since the early 90s. I mean, I was a kid when she came out. And I just still wonder what's going to happen with her legacy in the next 10 years because next year makes 20 years that she's been gone. And nothing's being done to really project her legacy into a different stratosphere. I mean, right now, people know her and know her music and know her videos, but how well do they really know her without people who are on the inside who knew her personally to really put forth any information or anything out there? I mean, right now we have her brother, and thank goodness for him, because if it wasn't for Aaliyah's brother, a lot of us fans who actually are supporters of hers wouldn't know a lot of the things that we know, or seen the photos that we've seen, or seen some of the clips we've seen, because they're not really putting out anything regarding her. And then it's a shame. Oh, here she goes. Hold on. But as far as them putting her music out for the current generation, like if you look on Spotify and iTunes, I mentioned this in the video that came out earlier today, they do not have her music on Spotify or iTunes besides the first album, which is produced by Jive Records. Now, the only reason why that album is out is because it's produced under Jive, and Jive was bought out by Universal, and Universal is still the one that holds the key to Aaliyah's music. But not only that, her family member, Jomo, also has the key to her legacy. But it's up to the record company, not really them. Because right now, like I said, Black Round's records stock is so low to the point that they have no artists. All they have is their backlog of previous artists who were on the label. They don't have any recent artists who are putting out music on that label. And despite Universal is a big record label, they're not pushing for any of Black Round's previous artists. They're not putting any of their music on streaming platforms either. So a lot of their music is missing as well. So Aaliyah is not the only one. So I'm definitely looking forward. There's so many good artists that were on that label whose music will pretty much crash and burn with that damn label. And that's crazy. It has to be a way that we can get them to see what us fans and us supporters actually see when it comes to her or any artist in general, because in the long run, each artist has their own supporter base. I don't want to use the word fan anymore, but each artist has their own supporter base. And I'm about to... Alright, hold on. She sent the photos. She's back? Yes. You're back?
Yeah.
Hold
I'm
on,
back.
let me go
I'm
to the...
sorry.
Oh, good. You got the photos, so let's put up the photos so we can see. I was sitting up here telling them about Aaliyah, and of course I had to talk a little bit about Baby Girl. Alright. Oh, this photo, eh? Alright, let me open it up. Hold on, everybody, because I know we got y'all waiting. Can y'all see this?
That's the first picture.
That's horrible, though. That looks nothing like him at all. Now, and this is from an official MJ page. This isn't from a fan, none of that, which is crazy that they would even make this mistake. I don't even think it was a mistake. I think it was done intentionally. And I saw somebody post earlier, it's a clue, a clue, a clue. I was like, okay. It's like, okay, clues. But can y'all see that? Because I know sometimes it appears smaller.
And then they deleted this one and put the other one that I also sent to you on your messenger. The one with Madonna.
Let's skip to the next one. Michael was a trendsetter and fashion pioneer on and off stage. From his extravagant accessories, fedora and single sequin glove, to his vast collection of embellished military jackets, Michael's colorful style continues to have an influence on the modern creative.
Okay, so as MJ fans or as Moonwalkers, do we let this slide? Is this like a, oh, okay, you're good? Is this a oopsie? No, it's not okay. This is
So, what do we do then? How do we as fans react, or how can we act regarding this particular thing? Because it doesn't make sense that they could even make this mistake. That looks nothing like MJ, and you could tell with all of that thick packs of makeup on his face. Like, that's overboard. Like, MJ wore makeup, but that's just overboard. This man looked like he slathered his face in brown bronzer. It's thick. If you remember the way Robin Williams' face looked in Miss Doubtfire, looked caked on, padded, and fake. That's what I see when I look at this E. Casanova picture. Like a picture of Miss Doubtfire with all that thick makeup. And it just looked weird. Hee-woo!
I mean, whoever is in charge of doing this stuff, whether it's his social media management or whatever, I mean, I don't want to play with anybody's bread, but this person should be, go back to the opening letters thing or something. Not fired.
Fired?
I'm not.
Fired. There should be no mistakes like this. You're not a true MJ fan? I'm pretty sure whoever's running it has to be a fan. The estate has to have a fan on this. And if you are a true MJ fan, you would not have made a mistake like this. So you are fired to the possible amount of firing, to the umpteenth degree. Fired.
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's
how do we know it's not that person again? Yo, I'm not even gonna say it. But you know. You know.
So that's why I'm wondering, is Mesro really on the legal team? He would not allow this SHIT to happen.
Yeah, this is horrible. Too much makeup.
But I mean, if even they gave the okay to Michael Bush to sell Michael's stuff to some auction, and even, you know what, put your scribbling down his autograph or anything and make some money off of him, that's fine.
Right.
He got the okay. So that makes me wonder about the whole estate thing. What are they doing?
Drugs. I know, I just said it so plain. Drugs. They got to be doing something, because somebody apparently is not thinking, or either they had too much coffee. I have no clue, but something ain't right. Something is not right at all. It got to be drugs. I vote for drugs. It's drugs.
I don't know what it is.
Yes, I am slandering. I don't care.
It's not good stuff, but they're on, and I don't agree with it. And I can't even say that I'm very mad about it, because I can't do anything. But as an MJ fan, this is just ridiculous.
They would say it's slander, but I don't care, because I slander who I want. No, I'm joking.
They deserve to be dragged. I mean, come on.
Dragged through the mud and tossed back. Dragged. And then banned for life, too. Don't forget that.
And not get paid.
Banned.
And not get paid either for their stupid job.
Exactly. Banned and banished from the estate headquarters. Hold on. Is this it? So they can see, because they said it was kind of small, the picture. Look at all that extra makeup. That ain't no MJ. That ain't nobody's MJ. That was the You Were There guy.
I mean, that could be, you could let it slide with, I don't know, someone who doesn't know who MJ is or how he looks like, or a new fan or something, but someone who gets trillion dollars a month, for a paycheck. And your only job is to keep his legacy going, and then you go and do this and try to make it better by posting another picture, by deleting this one, real fast. But you're not faster than fans watching.
They're always watching, especially MJ's. They're always watching. We sit on your social media page with binoculars. Like we sit there like literally.
I mean, this is not okay.
It is unacceptable, and they're fired. Fired! Who do we have to fire? Who do we have to fire? Come on. Somebody needs to.
Whoever is in Alicia's place, because Alicia has been replying to people the best way she can, and until now, I haven't heard any crappy stuff about her. But this one, the new guy or the new girl, I'm sorry, you gotta go.
So wait, everyone knew who was running the account previous to this particular post?
Alicia was the one, in charge of replying to emails and putting MJ stuff up or updates or whatever. She's been the one who's been very active with against who, PMB and PJ and all the other ones, and also stating if it doesn't come from the MJ estate, if it's not an original message from us, don't believe it. Like that CD that came out with all sorts of unreleased songs, and if you read them in some sort of way, it said a message, and it was a clue. It was a clue. Alicia was like, no, if we don't release that, it's not from us. Exactly.
Right.
So she was doing her thing. So she got replaced by someone else, and this is what they do.
So I wonder where Alicia is. Where's Alicia? They need to hire her back.
I don't know. Maybe she moved on and up. I don't know.
Yeah, well, whoever's running it now, be ashamed. Be very ashamed. Because a mistake like this should never happen. At all.
No.
That's
and like I said, they could have picked any picture of MJ wearing embellished whatever, or glossy stuff, or tight pants, gold pants. I don't care. Why do you have to pick a picture? I don't have anything against Madonna, don't get me wrong, but if it's about MJ, why do you have to put the E Casanova solo, and when you want to make it okay, you put a picture of him with Madonna? So it doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. No.
I don't get what was the Madonna thing for. I mean,
it's like when your kids fall on their faces and they have like this huge thing on their forehead. You like go, there. Is it okay now? It's the same thing, and it's not okay.
No, I don't need you to kiss my boo-boo when I don't want your Band-Aid. Keep your Band-Aid. I don't want it. I don't want it. Like, this is a mistake that shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't have scraped their knee this hard. I'm sorry. How did they run this fast, scrape their knee, get up and leave the cut dirty? Horrible. Horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Maybe MJ is telling us he's coming. Who knows, Red Pill? I don't know. You never know. Maybe showing the impersonator is showing MJ is still here because we have an impersonator faking being him on the internet. Who knows? Is that a clue? A clue, a clue, a clue. Said fooled by idiots. Yeah, I mean, that's true though. if you can't really tell MJ, that's the tough one. Because he has a unique look that no impersonator has been able to pull off. So I'm just like, too much makeup, E-Cast. Too much. Just a tad. I mean, is it just me or am I bugging? Because I know many male celebrities who have to put on makeup. Big whoop. No deal. No big deal. But he was wearing too much makeup. And I felt if I accidentally brushed into him wearing a white shirt, I would end up with a smudge on my shoulder from all that makeup. He's not even wearing the good kind.
And
it's just like he's wearing like mad foundation and something.
I'm sure, whoever was that person's boss or whatever to post something like that,
Yeah.
they would make sure, if I was that somebody's boss, I would make sure that I would put the most beautiful picture of Michael right then and there if I'm making such a statement. Why why would I pick this picture or the other one with Madonna, even though he looked gorgeous? But he's with Madonna and it's about him. So why is she in the picture? I mean,
like you said, it was them kissing the boo-boo. They was putting on the Band-Aid.
yeah, well, the Band-Aid is not going to help.
No, your Band-Aid is not sticky enough. No siree. Y'all failed. Straight up. Failed. So, whoever's behind, I will tell you this, whoever's behind that account, we banish you. And we fire you. For life. To never be rehired. Contract terminated. That's it. Banned. Join me, Dove. Banned.
Banned for life.
For life.
Yes.
For life. That's it. No more. So let's start a petition. Get them up out of there. Maybe one of you guys could take over. Who feels that they could run the MJ account?
Any of us, Daryl, to be honest, any of us fans could run the estate or MJ's account managing or whatever. We would do so much better work.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
I'm just saying.
I noticed that the fans and supporters do way better a job than any of the professionals could when it comes to representing their favorite artists. We all do 100% better when it comes to representing these artists compared to the professionals. We make the professionals look like garbage because the professionals don't do as good as we do.
But I mean, if you're a professional, that's even worse. Because you would see that makeup miles away from me. Like, ooh, you wearing too much makeup. That's not Michael. You should know better. Come on.
I feel like I could sneak up on him with a spray bottle full of water and have his makeup running.
No, because then he'll go like this. He'll go like, you were there before we came. With a sad look.
You were there before we came. Yo, he will never talk to us ever. He will never talk to us ever because he's gonna be like, you laughed at my pain. I was not laughing at your pain. It was just that particular moment, you just was so comedic, like something I seen on Saturday Night Live. I can't. Yo. I don't blame MJ if he never comes back. I don't blame him either. I wouldn't come back to none of this crap. None of it.
Me either.
What is he gonna come back to? What is he gonna come back to?
To crap.
Casanova on his social media? E-Cast on his social media instead of himself. Do you think he wants to see? Then again, he probably wouldn't care. He'd be like, oh, cool. Oh, that's really nice. But get him the fuck off of there. Yeah. Say great laugh there, Dove Angel. You like
That's
the laugh. I
he
love
would
it.
go like, Ecas, you're so nice, you're so beautiful, but you have to go because MJ's here now. Scoot over.
It's time to go.
Move.
You was there, but I'm back. That's what he would tell him. You tell him.
You almost made me say something.
What?
When you said, but I'm back, I was about to say, the B word.
Premiere. This is it gone. Wait.
What do our people
what do we
feel
think?
about this?
Wait. What do you think about the tweet sent from the iPhone, the New Year's one and the COVID one? I've never heard about this. Have you? There were tweets sent from an iPhone?
I didn't even look at what phone it was sent from, but I did see that some of the times they spoke in first person, like it was him speaking, when normally they speak in, third person. That happened a couple of times. And then after the video came out of, was it Heal the World? With all the sanitary, the doctors and this really beautiful video.
Yeah.
Exactly. With all the new stuff going on. I mean, it could have been him, Could have been his idea. Like, do something.
There are people dying. If you cared enough for the living, make a little play. Wait, I forgot the words. I don't know.
Make a better place. No, make a little space to make a better place.
Make a little space. Right. I'm like, wait, what are the words again? It's like, you're not an MJ fan. You don't know MJ. You better get off of this live, bastard. Get out of here. You're banned, just Mr. P. Go. Get out of here.
And everybody's hating on poor Karen Faye, and she's holding it down too. I mean, she was the one I got that information from about George Bush, about the Bush guy. What's his name?
Michael Bush.
Yeah, thank you. I was about to say George Bush.
Michael Bush.
Yeah, that information came from her. But still people don't like her, poor Karen.
Miss Karen Faye. I would love to speak with her one of these days. I would love to have a chat with her. Yeah, I would love to chat with her. I could imagine she would have some crazy stories. And you know what? I am going to reach out to Aaliyah's brother again, too, to see if I can get him to chat with us. Even if it's just for 5 minutes. I want to chat with him about his sister and her legacy and, learn some things from him that maybe nobody knows. Something that, could be shared with our fellow fans. And I would just love that. So hopefully, Rashad Horton, if you're watching, come to the Moonwalkers Chat podcast. We want you here. So yes, Aaliyah,
you're
fans,
welcome here.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We would definitely love to chat with Rashad. So definitely, tag him on social media and tag us. Let him know that we would love to chat with him. I would love to chat with the legend's brother. Find out about Miss Aaliyah. I would definitely love to do that.
Because we care about baby girl. Here we care about her.
That's right. But I'm happy though. All has turned out well. The project has come out. And we are still standing strong with the MCP Moonwalkers Chat podcast. I'm happy with that. We are still here. Uh, closer than ever. 1 year and a half later. Good friends, good friends, good friends. Yes, yes, yes. I'm happy with that. And my shoulders are moving again.
Yeah, you're shimmy shaking again. Ooh.
I know. It's like the green screen is like eating me up a little bit. But I definitely am glad that everybody was here to tune into the legacy of Aaliyah today. Listen to us chat about 9/11. Listen to us chat about Kenneka Jenkins and Michael Jackson. I mean, we had so many subjects today, and it was definitely a good chat. I'm glad that you guys rock it out with us every week. I know we missed the last week, but we're back this week, and we'll be back the following week with another video. Another video is coming, so I hope you're all ready for this one. I mean, this is Jackson Family Rivalries, episode 4. It's the long-awaited episode that I keep getting asked about because I was told that this particular story a lot of people don't know about. They just know about the tour, but not the tour itself in full. So I'll be coming with that heat, that fire. I definitely can't wait to get this project out. So look out for Jackson Family Rivalries episode 4, The Road to Victory. And Dove, I know you got a new project coming that you're working on. Care to tell them about it?
With Miss MD Love. She's on this project with me. It's not MJ related. So I don't know how it's gonna do, but I'm very excited about it because you learn a lot about other people that has been major as well, while we grew up. And he was a big star, and he was right up there with Michael and with Tina and with all the other big legends. And yeah. I don't know how it's going to do, though, because Selena didn't get a lot of love, though. I got to say that.
I mean, I'm hoping that this next project will get a lot of love. I mean, I released the Aaliyah project today, and I plan on doing another Selena video. You did an amazing job with that video. I wanted to explore Selena's legacy from the music, from her her musical career. Excuse my tongue tying. I had to do but yeah, I definitely want to explore her musical career, that side of the career. Because I mean, you guys said, "Oh my God, you and Dove went straight for the jugular with that story," because it did start out light and then it went straight for the situation with Selena, and it was like, "Oh my God, I never saw that before." And a lot of the ones that seen it didn't see the El Secreto de Selena, so they didn't see those reenactment scenes, which was very, very, very gut wrenching to watch. To see that what she actually experienced, not just hearing it, but to see it, was like, wow.
That hurts here. I know it does, but that's the truth of the story, and that's the beauty of it. And if people saw that and appreciated it, it would be much better. But it is what it is.
I know, but either way, we do our thing. We put out our projects, and we definitely always do our damnedest to make our projects count. But I mean, it's not as an easy task with the way YouTube is now not pushing content. They're not pushing everybody's. And I used to think it was maybe me, but I said no, now it's just YouTube, because there was a time where my videos was reaching millions. And now my videos is like maybe 1,000, 2,000 most now. I'm not even banking on what's going to happen.
I wish I would get half of what you have of people watching your stuff, because that's what I'm saying. My channel is so small, and you're always telling me, "Oh, you're gonna get there. It'll come," But I'm like, I'm not that confident, because it's like meaningless. But I just like it too much to stop. So.
I mean, I've been down that road so many times, back and forth. Like, I'm not making videos anymore. I'm just gonna do the podcast. I'm gonna just do the podcast. I'm not making videos. I was like back and forth, and I'm like, I can't stop making videos. I've been making videos way too long, whether YouTube pushes them or not. I still want to make sure that I'm doing my part to put out great stories on great artists and make sure I keep putting out great content no matter whether you're here for me or not. Support or no support, the show will go on.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yes, the show will go on. Because, I mean, there are people that are willing to support every single project, and we thank you for it. Yes. But yeah, we definitely thank you guys for tuning into this podcast today. It was definitely nice making a comeback because we was gone for a week. But yeah, it was nice sitting here with you guys today. We've reached almost 2 hours. Our podcasts are getting longer and longer.
Are you guys tired of us yet? Like, come on, guys.
It's like, not yet.
We're getting there, though.
It's like, almost. It said, nice polka dot clothing you're wearing, Dove.
Oh, thank you.
I was tongue-tied, yes. I was like, oh, wait. My mask would match with your shirt.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, look. You can so have it. But it's like, no, coronavirus.
The polka dot twins?
Yeah. So now we match. I just realized that we're both wearing black and white today. I didn't even realize that. We're matching.
Yeah.
We didn't even... What are the odds of that we're both wearing black and white today? Wow.
I don't know.
I didn't even realize that until K Scott had pointed out. It's like, oh shoot, we're both wearing black and white though. But yes, thank you guys for always tuning into our podcast and rocking out with us every week. We definitely will be back come next week. And I mean, Dove, do you have anything else you want to say to our fellow Moonwalkers before we head on out of here?
No, just if you want to check out the stuff we've mentioned today, it's on YouTube, the Kenneka Jenkins story. Be aware that it's not a nice thing to watch because it's definitely heartbreaking to see someone like that. But if you want to know about the story, you got to watch it. You got to go through it and you'll definitely know about the estate. Share, comment, bash it, whatever. Please. Let's keep MJ's legacy going. I mean, we're the only ones doing it, so we might just as well be honest and open about it. There's no need to be scared. I mean, you're just being you. You're defending what you want to defend, and that's the best there is, you know? Just be yourself, and thank you guys for all the love and support, and see you all next time.
Yes, indeed. And if you want to know more about MJ, of course, you can follow us on social media. You want to know more about Aaliyah, you can follow me on social media. I also have a friend who's on Instagram who posts nothing but Aaliyah. So if you want more Aaliyah, follow her on Instagram. Her name is Seducing Aaliyah, so definitely check that out. You would definitely not regret it. It's definitely good content based upon Aaliyah. So yes, so follow me and Dove. Hit us up on Instagram. Also, hit up Aaliyah's brother. Let her know that we want to talk to him. We would definitely love to chat with him on our podcast. His name is Radmax on Instagram, so definitely look him up and let him know Moonwalkers Chat Podcast wants to chat with you. They love you. They love your sister. We love to hear from you. Like, yeah, definitely. Thank you guys for rocking it out with us. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yo, it's the KIDHYPHEN, the Kid Hype.
Hey MJ fan, this is Far Christ,
Hey, this is MJ Love.
and you are listening to the Moonwalker Chat Podcast.
The only place to be if you're a real Michael Jackson fan.
And you tuned in with the Moonwalkers Chat Podcast.
And this is a place to be if you're a real Michael Jackson fan.